Guys, what I'm in the middle of, you have no idea. You have no idea what I'm in the middle of. I can't even tell you. I don't even know what to do. You guys hear me, right? You guys hear me? I've got not. Just let me know. Okay, you hear me. Okay. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do here because everything that I had is gone for this show. Everything I had. Um, all right. I'm going to look, I'm just going to run with what I got. I'm in shock at what just happened. Everything fell apart all over the place. But all right. So, what are we going to do? Let's do this. Let's do it. Yeah, off the cuff, Queeness. That's about it. Okay. So here's the thing. Let me go over my stuff I've got to do first, and then let's figure this out together. Okay. Announcements tonight. I have we have a major show tonight on Rumble. It's on Rumble on Delora OBrien, The Gathering over there. And you got to go see it. And it's called The Devil Went Down to DC. Going to be a powerful night. I lost that too. So I'm kind of, when I get off here, I've got a lot of stuff I've got to take care of. Next gathering in Ohio. That free tickets go right here. I'm not going to go into that too much. I got to get through this because I've got a lot to get through, guys. But let me just tell you about this. Look at this top. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the most gorgeous shade of like a berry burgundy. This is from joyandcountry.com. It's like a crepe, and it's got like a little bit of black in it. It's just, I can't even tell you. Dennis and Jenna just walked in here and said, "Oh my God, Mom, that is so gorgeous, that top." So go check it out. It's at joyandcountry.com. It's one of our fundraisers. It's called High Class Waterfall Sleeve Top. As you can see, the top is just beautiful. It's beautiful for now. It's beautiful to go into fall. Beautiful color for fall. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm wearing. Actually, look at this. Do you see this? This is, I got to take it off. Brand new. This is an exclusive to joyandcountry.com. Black stainless steel. Look at this. It says on it, let me see if I can show you. That's what I need. It says Psalm 91. Okay. And then you pull it up and engraved, it says The Secret Place. So that is, look at this, Psalm 91, and you pull it out and it says The Secret Place. I can't even stand it. I'm like losing my mind. I'm absolutely in love with this. It's brand new. It's called Psalm 91, Protected in the Secret Place. And you get it on joyandcountry.com. Yeah, old fashioned heart. Need that now? You ain't kidding. You have no idea. I don't take this off. I was just telling Jenna, I said, this is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. We got more coming too. When you see this, you're not going to believe it. But anyway, I'm also wearing, so you know, let me just clip this back on because I want to wear it. I'm also wearing this. This is marble. It's like marble stone, and it says blessed on it. It's engraved in blessed. This is gold. It looks even more gold because my fingers are gold. But anyway, this is beautiful. This thing is like, look at this. And then it says Secret Place, and it goes down. It says Psalm 91. You kidding me? Anyway, this is what Jenna said. All these items are linked in the description below the video. Easiest place to access them. You can also find them on joyandcountry.com in Delora's closet. Okay, it's right up on top. And Saturday steals are going on now. Guys, you can get this, okay, in a Saturday steal. You get 10% off your entire order until tomorrow at midnight. We have a handful of these, literally, I mean like a handful, because they have to be made by our specs. There's a large red banner on joyandcountry.com, says about a lot of items. Jenna just said up to 65% off in the sale and 10% off always off that too. And you can get free shipping, always, US free shipping. So all of this stuff is free shipping. This top, this gorgeous top with this, all free shipping. So what you pay, that's it. Okay. All right. Now I've got to do this, guys. I'm going to add things. So it's not going to be as fluid. Okay. I lost everything. I lost all the work I did this morning. But you've got to give me time in between things, because I'm going to unpack a lot of stuff. Okay. Kamala Harris. Which is which? And you're going to understand that title as soon as I get going here. First of all, why is she dangerous? And I'm going to tell you why she's dangerous. She's dangerous because she's a Trojan horse. Okay. Now, let me explain to you what a Trojan horse is. It's in mythology. The Battle of Troy in mythology was against the people of Troy and the Greek army. And the Battle of Troy was, the whole city was surrounded by a fence, and the Greeks had to get in there because they outnumbered Troy, but they couldn't get over the wall or anything. So they had to come up with a way. So what they did is the people of Troy saw in the distance this big wooden horse being dragged in, and they thought it was a gift from the gods. So they opened the gates and they let this Trojan horse in because it looked like something than what it really was. And overnight, and inside that Trojan horse were all Greek warriors. And so they put it in the town square and everybody went to sleep. And overnight, the Greek warriors came out of the Trojan horse, opened up the gate, and let all the Greek warriors in, the whole army, and they defeated Troy. Kamala Harris is a Trojan horse. To people, not everyone, it's especially African-American women, not African-American men, not Hispanic men and women, African-American women. And the hat wearing Madonna people. Okay. Pro-abortion. So she is someone that is bringing in, trying to look like this. She's the chameleon. She's comma chameleon. You understand? Because she tries to look like everyone. I watched a video of her in front of a rally where Megan Thee Stallion, perverted rapper, was there, and she sells out stadiums of 20,000 people. So a couple thousand people, 2,000, 3,000 in a stadium with a free show by Megan the Stallion is not a huge thing. Of course she's going to win, and Kamala comes up after. So what happened was, as soon as she came up, and she's in ATL, you understand? She's in Atlanta. I'll tell you something. If I lived in Atlanta and I was an African-American woman, I would be so offended. If you go and hear it, this is what she does. So I'm telling you, we're going to do this thing. Here is this attorney general, former, from the United States and senator, who grew up in San Francisco in a well-to-do family and speaks very articulate English, and you're going to understand the tale of two Kamalas in a second. And now she's playing to them. I would be, what is she going to say next? I eat grits and greens? I mean, come on. So anyway, let me just, she appeals to the lower nature of some of these people. She appeals to their "I am woman, hear me roar." She appeals to those that are, the color of their skin goes before them. See, I'm not really white. I'm more a yellow green. You know, I used to, the name that used to be called is WOP. When I was young, I was destroyed as a child for being who I am. And my mother, they were immigrants, and my mom made my clothes and hung these earrings from my long 18 karat gold from Italy earrings from my ears. And I wore a horn, you know, an Italian horn, and I was made fun of. But I still, even to this day, my Italian or my ethnicity, or that doesn't go first. Truth goes first. That's second, third, fourth, fifth. I don't care where that is. Then I'm an American. You understand? This is, even people of faith, they're blinded by their lower nature. Very unfortunate. So let's just go through who she was. Invisible as a vice president, completely invisible. All she did was cackle like a buffoon. I mean, I can't even listen to her. She speaks at a third grade level about coconut trees and yellow school buses. Did you ever watch Veep with Julia Louis-Dreyfus? Okay, watch this. I'm telling you, they did Veep after Kamala Harris. Watch this real quick.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
Whatever we have in store cannot be known. The past was once the future. The future is, I should say, unknown.
You believe that? You believe that? And this is a comedy. This is a comedy. Okay, so let's keep going. She was a border czar. Okay, she was a border czar, but never been to the border. Biden said she was a joke to him. Her entire staff had to be replaced because they couldn't understand the woman. I'm going to put this up, and then I'm going to read it. I'm going to read the yellow part to you. This is from, oh my God, it won't stay. Guys, I don't know what to do. Let me just read it to you. Ease and confidence have not been the prevailing themes of Harris's vice presidency. This is from last year. Her first year on the job was defined by rhetorical blunders, staff turnover, political mishaps, and poor sense among even her allies of what exactly constituted her portfolio. Within months of taking office, President Joe Biden was forced to confront a public perception that Harris didn't measure up. Ultimately, the White House issued a statement insisting that Biden did, in fact, try to rely on his vice president as a governing partner. It didn't work. But Harris's reputation has never quite recovered. Hang on, I've got glitching happening. Hang on, guys. Oh my goodness. I hope I make it. That's all I can tell you. I just hope I make it. Okay, maybe I can do that. All right. Okay. Dennis, don't do anything. Tell Jenna not to do anything on Rumble till I get off. I got issues there. And I just checked it. It's skitzing. I got to take care of it. Don't delete, don't add, don't do nothing. Okay. Can you imagine? I'm on here and I'm having issues on Rumble. Okay. Now that's Kamala. Okay. She is a blubbering third grade level cackling imbecile. That's what she is right now. Okay. She can't even do, as Trump keeps pointing out, she can't even do a press conference because she doesn't know how to speak. She doesn't know how to react. She'll just start laughing. So let's just discuss, I want to discuss her evil twin now. Okay. Let's go to the other side. She was the California Attorney General. She was a senator. She was a vice president. She was a presidential candidate, don't forget, against Biden. Power hungry, laughed when she saw innocent men and women in the back of the courtroom. Many people are saying it. They were there when they were sent to prison for life because of her, or because they were on death row and she wouldn't let any information come through. I want to play something for you. Now, let me see if I can get it. Okay, guys, this is, again, I'm dealing with stuff. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, I think I can do it. Here it is. Okay. I want to show you something. This is Kamala Harris in 2010 as an attorney general. Very small clip. You tell me if that's the same person.
Involved was focusing on the 18 through 24-year-old, first-time, low-level, nonviolent drug sales offender. Why that population? Well, one, when I was at Howard University, when we were in college, we were 18 through 24, and we were called college kids. But when you turn 18 and you're in the system, you're considered to be an adult, period. Regardless of the fact that that's the very phase of life in which, through colleges and universities, we have invested billions of dollars, recognizing that's a prime phase of life during which we can mold and shape and direct someone to become a productive adult.
Okay. Does that sound like Kamala Harris today? What happened to her in those years? Because this is Kamala Harris. Okay? Watch that. Now watch this.
We have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke. And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke. Yeah.
That's the same person? It's not. It's not the same person. Absolutely not the same person. This is the problem. Okay, guys, here's the problem. I saw, and I'm going to show it tonight. I didn't have enough time today. I saw Britney Spears several years ago act like a cackling fool in an interview with the same cackle and the same change of personality that I'm seeing in Kamala Harris. Now, Britney Spears, it's all been said that they believe that she was programmed. MK Ultra has gotten a hold of her, or Queen Esther, a spirit, has come on her. When you do MK Ultra, that's a spirit coming on you as well. Something has happened. Okay, now if this has been planned, okay, from the beginning, and then it veered, then Hillary came into it, and then Hillary had to be changed because DJT won and they weren't planning on it. And then they had to, at 2019, the presidential debate with Biden and everybody else, Tulsi Gabbard and other people, she was the same as she was in 2010, but with a little bit of programming. You see the difference. You see it happening. You see what she was in 2010, still a little bit there. Now, I believe, and I do have proof, and I can't share it because I can't say the name of the person, but I believe, and I know that Biden passed. How? I don't know how, but I know he passed in 2019. It was Biden in the debates. That wasn't the guy that has been pretending to be president for 4 years. That's not the same guy. Okay, we all know that. I don't know who that guy is. Some say it's an actor, some Jim Carrey's. I don't have proof of any of it. I know it's someone. because I see his mask, I see things crinkle, and you see it. But the Biden of 2019 is the good old Joe that happens to be a pedophile, and she is coming against him. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But this is the tale of two Kamalas, like which is which, because she's bewitched. Whether it's a spirit, whether it could be both, it could be programming, it could be blackmail, it could be she really is mentally ill and they tapped into that and now she's gone, like a Britney Spears situation, or like I've seen on many shows where the anchor ends up like this and doesn't move. All of this stuff points to some kind of programming, okay? Whether people want to see it or not, it's true. I don't care. Truth is truth. Truth isn't right or wrong. It's just truth. So the problem with Kamala 1 and Kamala 2 is that Kamala 2 has been brought to a point she's the new puppet. Okay, she's the new puppet with strings on her. Whatever happened to Biden, I don't know. He's gone, and maybe several times now. But she's the new one. But this is what isn't forgotten. What isn't forgotten is the evil twin from 2010 when she was an attorney general. That's not forgotten. And Black men, especially, will not forget it because they know many of the people that have been out for many years that she tried to put behind bars, would not let evidence be seen, hid DNA evidence. I mean, it's bad. You want to start really going down a rabbit hole, you should go down that one. But this guy has a story to tell, and he's telling it.
In 2008, I was framed for murder and wrongfully convicted by the office of Kamala Harris, sentenced 50 to life in prison. It took me 5.5 years to ultimately get back in the trial due to prosecutorial misconduct, and it took me another year to go to my second trial, to which I was vindicated by a jury of my peers. When I got convicted, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I got sentenced 50 to life in prison, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I look back and I seen her, she was smiling. And she did that stupid ass laugh that she do right now.
Okay, he's won. You can go back. Spilling tea, just go back. It's on there. It's on there. I can't see it right now, but it's on there. Hold on. Let me just stop. Let me just see if I can get it. It's L.A. Tanya, Tanya 7777. L.A. Latanya 7777. Okay. I hope that helps. Okay. So understand that this woman is not communist. She's not Marxist. She's not socialist. She's totalitarian. And I keep trying to explain to people that totalitarianism encompasses all of this. And it means that the government is centralized and dictatorial. They're a dictator and completely control citizens' private life and public life, both, and their personal life. And you are subservient to the state and federal government. That's totalitarian. That's who she is. She believes in open borders. She believes in getting rid of ICE completely. She believes the government should govern all private businesses and set prices that are capped by what she feels. You want to talk about going into inflation and right into a depression? She has no idea about the economy, none at all, not even a little bit. She believes in centralized medicine, Total government control over doctors, hospitals, no private practices. Doctors don't have private practices anymore. You can't even go to a private doctor. They all have to work for the government. She believes in packing the Supreme Court, totally against the Constitution. She wants to add 5 more liberal judges during her term. So no matter what goes through, they can get what they want. She opposed Neil Gorsuch's confirmation. And when questioned why, you're not going to believe this, look it up. She said he's too concerned with the law. Does she know exactly what she's saying? He's an attorney and going to be a Supreme Court justice. That's all about the law and precedents in the law, but he's too concerned about the law. She's actually equated faith with being pro-choice. This is what she said, quote, "We don't have to abandon our faith or our deeply held beliefs to also agree that the government shouldn't tell me what to do with my body." You rewind it, you'll hear it again. And when she was Attorney General, a pro-life activist named David Delora. Dennis has something on him tonight. He showed me. I went, whoa. Where do you see that on Fab 4? He exposed that a Planned Parenthood operation was involved in fetal tissue trafficking. She ordered, without a warrant, as the Attorney General of California, a raid on his apartment, then twisted the law to prosecute that activist for undercover journalism. Look, a lot was thrown out at him. A lot was thrown out. Different people threw things out, judges like, but he's still dealing with legal battles from over a decade ago. I mean, many judges threw out a lot of bogus claims, but she's still, as vice president, pressuring all these people in California to keep this going. And she believes, wait till you hear this one, that anyone running for public office should have a religious test to see what they really believe. Because if pro-choice gets reinstated, Roe v. Wade gets reinstated like she wants it to, okay? That's all she keeps saying. That's what I want. That's what I want. And the federal government now is still in a woman's womb. She wants to know every single person that runs from the local level all the way up to the federal, how they feel about that, because if they don't agree with pro-choice, then they're not agreeing with the laws of the land and they should not be allowed to run. Totalitarianism. So basically the woman was written off as unelectable by Biden, really, and the media. That woman, if you go back and you look at last year, the year before, even in 4 years ago when she was running, totally unelectable. The MSM hated her. Now she's the sweetheart of the Democratic Party. And who is going to ask her why she covered up Biden's inability and his dementia for so long? Who's going to have the you-know-whats to ask her that? Essentially, she's the newest puppet in a long line of puppets, but this one is a monster puppet, and they're looking to end it all with her. Now, I'm going to give you a reminder. In summer 2019, she was running for president. Here's her and Tulsi Gabbard.
The conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work of being in the position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives that were about reentering former offenders and getting them counseling. It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, that I am an advocate for what we need to do to not only decriminalize, but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman Gabbard back in. Your response,
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Wow. 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 Guys, you gotta, people have to see that. Do you understand? Especially African-American women, not the men. They're all in for Trump. It's the African-American women. This needs to be spread far and wide. People need to see it. Even Biden, you know what's interesting? The real Biden, not the one that's a puppet that is not Biden at all. The real Biden, although I don't agree with him and I think he's a pervert and anything else you can say. He talked about things in a constitutional manner, and I knew this about him, even though I didn't agree with anything he said. At least he would consider the Constitution. So when I looked for that, this is what I found. Where do you see this?
I mean, I would just say, hey, Joe, instead of saying, no, we can't, let's say, I would just say, hey, Joe, instead of saying, no, we can't, let's say, yes, we can.
Let's be constitutional.
Okay. Did you hear what he said? I played it twice because I wanted you. Hey, Joe, she said, I want to take guns from everyone and everything that we're dealing with in this country will stop. And he said, but that's not we shouldn't be doing that. That's something we can't do. And she said that, hey, Joe, how about we say, yes, we can. And at the end, he said, but that's not constitutional. Could you imagine that you've got Joe Biden? And then if you look way to the left, that's the double, which is which? Kamala Harris. I think I'm not going to go down that road. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. But he did not want her when the real Joe, I don't believe, wanted her. And then before the inauguration, everything, that's why the inauguration was taped. That's why all that stuff. See, looking back, you realize it really didn't have a lot to do with that it was, it wasn't real and it wasn't true. It didn't have as much to do with that as that a man got elected that then passed. It's a lot. It's a lot. You can look back and you see things very, very differently. Mainstream media has now made her the darling. Okay. She is now the darling. And she was on Time magazine in this week, and I think it said it's her time or whatever it was. But I want to play you this because this is what they thought of her way back when, not too long ago. There you go. Watch this.
Plans to visit the border.
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
Can I tell you something? If I was pro her and that's all I saw was just that clip, I don't know if I could vote for her. I don't know if I could. Just that clip. Well, you have, and she's the border czar. She's the border czar. She hasn't been to the border. And that's true. She went to Texas, and about 100 miles north of the border, she stopped at an area where some of the guys from ICE were there, and and she spoke to them. So she said, "I've been to the border once." She's never been to the border, but she's the border czar, and she knows all about it. Let me tell you who she reminds me of, and I don't know if you know this, and I didn't have enough. I should, and maybe I'm going to show it tonight. I've got so much more I have to say, and I don't even know how to get it all out. I wish I could just take my brain and stick it on here. I think back when we talk about who, which is which. That conjures up thoughts of Hillary Clinton. Now, I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm going to probably show it tonight. You can Google it, or you can go on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there. I had it downloaded about 5 or 6 years ago, so I have it. But Bill Clinton was doing a speech, and he was dedicating something to the Roosevelt family, and he said, Hillary can't make it. Hillary couldn't make it today, but if you know her and you know me, now Eleanor Roosevelt's dead. Okay, she's dead. If you know her and you know me, you know that Hillary talks to Eleanor Roosevelt, and Eleanor Roosevelt's very excited. Told Hillary to make sure she tells all of you. This is dead Eleanor telling Hillary to tell Bill that she's very excited about what you're doing and dedicating this, whatever it was, to the Roosevelt family, Eleanor Roosevelt's family. Look, many knew she was a witch. Hillary was a witch, but Hillary was different. And I'd have to go into the whole differences in the occult. See, when you say occult, that word means hidden, okay? Covert. There's all kinds of things. There's witchcraft, and there's mediums and tarot card readers, and there's seers and those that do astral projection, and there's all kinds of things. So you can't put, that's why which witch is which. You can't put Hillary Clinton in the same place as Kamala. Now, who's who? Hillary Clinton was, if you want to categorically call it a witch, she was a witch. She was anti-God, and and she conjured and did all kinds of things that you'd think witches would do. And she spoke to the dead, which what she did was speak to a familiar spirit. She didn't speak to Eleanor Roosevelt. And the same thing that mediums do, or tarot card readers, or any of psychics, any of these people that think they're speaking to someone on the other side when they're not. And that's scriptural, and I could go down a road there, but I'm not going to do that. Kamala's different. If you look into her past, one of her parents was Jamaican, and there is a long line of voodoo in Jamaica that happened years ago, and then it came more toward the present day, and now it's done a lot in Jamaica again. That is the same kind of thing. That's kind of a witchcraft, being a witch. But Hillary was controlled, but from way up that she agreed with, a satanic thing that she agreed with, okay? She wasn't puppeting. She was part of the Satanism that was going on. Kamala is being puppeted, okay? Which is why I believe they took her brain and squished it. And she's like a laughing hyena now. That's why. And they know she's going to do that. Like Britney Spears in the interview, that she was being interviewed. And she went, oh, why did I say that? Britney lost it on camera in a major interview. That's what Kamala does. That's why they got to keep her away from. That's why that debate, if it happens, I'll be shocked. Or they're going to have to use teleprompters, or she's going to have notes, or she's just going to memorize every single thing. I don't know, but it's a very interesting thing. So Kamala is a different witch, but now, which witch is which?
God says, once you recognize the man that I have raised up, pray, for the enemy will do everything in his power to put a witch in the White House. Did anybody hear what he just said? For Jezebel has chased away the prophets and even Elijah. Come on. Now I have said, go back. For this shall be dismantled, so that there will be no more corruption in the White House, says the Spirit.
Okay, so there's, as you know, my friend and dear co-laborer in Christ, Prophet Kim Clement. When Hillary didn't get in the White House, we all believed that was for Hillary. I still do. The thing is that a word can be used many times. It's not like, oh, that meant that. No, maybe God is saying they're trying to put a witch in the White House. And they're going to, if they're tried it once, they're going to try it again. I believe I believe she's the Wild Witch of the West. You understand? She's from the West. And I believe they're trying to put a witch in the White House. So let's see. There is how can I explain this? There's a group, you can look them up. They're called Witches for Kamala. Underneath everything they put, they say, you're going to need my broom to sweep up the glass, meaning she's going to break a glass ceiling, okay? There are witches that are witches against DJT, but this whole group, they call her the witch pastor. That's what they call Kamala. These people are for real. They're not playing. They work for the devil himself. That's like me saying I work for Donald Trump, which I do. You understand? I work for God, which I do. I'm pro-Trump. That's what I do. It doesn't mean I'm on his staff. It means I believe in him and I will do everything to promote him because I believe God called him. They work for the devil. Do they work exactly for Satan? No, I'm sure there are minions around them that speak to them. They give them, just like it's a hierarchy. It's government. It's the government of the devil. Principalities, powers of darkness. Minions, little things, imps, all kinds of things. So let's just kind of tie this up since it's 10 of 1, and I've got to figure out what's going on about Fab 4 tonight. Let's tie this up in a really nice little bow. Many people don't know the half of who this person is. After all I said, I want to read you the things that she believes. Now, this is just 10 things. There's a million more, okay? Here, and this is the survey, listen to this, of 1,200 registered Democrats. Here, let me put myself in here so I can, 1,200 registered Democrats and independent Biden voters. I want to give you a real overview. Why I keep telling you, share my videos. It doesn't matter if people get mad at you guys. We are fighting for our lives here. Now, I'm going to say something at the end and it'll free you all, but we're still fighting for our lives. We can't think, well, God said he's going to win, so let's just sit back. No, we have to like press this, okay? We have to drive it home. So this is a survey of 1,200 registered Democrats and independent Biden voters. Percent that's aware, percent that's unaware. Very, very important. I would screenshot this and I would post it. Harris would consider allowing death row inmates to vote. That's true. 14% of these people were aware of that. 86% were not. Harris supported the elimination of private health insurance. 19% were aware. 81% were not. Harris promoted a fund to bail out violent protesters during the 4 years ago. That's right. 22% were aware. 78% were not. Harris supported abolishing ICE. 23% were aware. 77% were not aware. Harris was named the most liberal U.S. senator in 2019. 25% were aware. 75% were not. Harris said it should not be considered a crime to enter the U.S. illegally. 26%. These are registered Democrat and independent Biden voters. You see how many that did not? You know how many didn't know she sponsored the Green New Deal? 73%. You know how many didn't realize she never visited the border? 72% were unaware, even though she's the border czar. Harris supported cutting funding for the police. 71% of Biden voters did not know that. Harris supported reparation payments to atone for slavery in the U.S. 71% did not even know that. Guys, people do not know. Look, if you've been paying attention, she's setting up, they're setting up concerts for her with major rappers. Like I said, major local Atlanta rappers that they love, Megan Thee Stallion. They even used black curtains even with Megan Thee Stallion and all these, this whole big show. They had to take black curtains. Look it up. It's all over TikTok. Shows them putting up black curtains. So it looks like the whole place is filled when it's not, because they couldn't even fill it with them on the bill. They couldn't even do it. So last week she was at a high school. Where's my paper? I got to read this. This is amazing. Okay. Last week she was at a high school. It sat 300 people, and guess who was there? All the kids and the teachers were there because it's a captive audience. What are they going to do? She has it at a high school, and they call it an assembly, and they're all there. That's what they have. That's the crowd she had. But I've been calling around. I've been calling friends. I've been putting it up all over my Facebook, looking for a rally location that I can get tickets to of Kamala's, because I don't care where it is. And I'm telling you, write to me, ddgathering@gmail.com. I'm flying there, and I'm going to do a live. I'm going to do a live right there. I'm going to do it. I can't find it. I wrote, asked for tickets. I wrote and pretended I was a Democrat. I wrote, I did everything I could. I called New Jersey. They've got this big thing they're doing with her in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey. I called the hotel. The hotel had no idea. I didn't even know about it. All right. So I have a chat of some dear friends that I've been doing this with a private chat of about 25 of us since 2015. So this, one of my friends has worked in the airlines. I can't go any further than that, but has access to a lot of stuff. Okay. One of her friends is a Democrat. She asked her about the rallies, and the woman said, I had a ticket to the rally last week that was canceled. It has not been rescheduled. Her visit today in the state, supposed to be North Carolina. I don't know the Raleigh area. I don't know where. It's actually a speech about the economy with an invited audience of only 200 people. So I can't go. They still plan to reschedule a rally here at some point. So I will let you know when I hear more. Also, if I find today's speech online anywhere, I will send you the link. I'd like to hear what she has to say too. Okay. So that is this big North Carolina rally. It's everywhere. No mention of any venue. Nowhere. No venue given. No venue given. WRAL station in Raleigh said she arrives at the airport in Raleigh at 12:45. Right about now. Okay. No venue given. One of my friends that's involved in a way that she can find out, the airport did not verify that Air Force Two was going to land there. No answer. They won't even, it is shocking. People have access to flight logs and things. No Air Force Two is landing there. But later today and tomorrow, what is going to happen is you will see this huge crowd that was in North Carolina when now guys, it's only 200 people that were invited, and the 200 people that were invited are paid. Okay? They're paid. It's everywhere. It's all over Craigslist. It's everywhere. They're paying these people to go. Okay. Now, bottom line, I will absolutely travel wherever. I will do an off the cuff right there. Not even an issue. I don't care where it is. I will flip and go. Okay. Now, if you think, I know DJT is going to win. I know it. But I'll tell you something. If you think I'm going to lay back and play dead, no. That's not going to happen. I'm going to be even more than I was. I believe I'm one of the people that helped elect him in 2016. And the people that know me back then, in the things that I did, and believe me, I actually had people who were trying to get me on his administration. I did so much. All right. I'm doing even more now. I didn't have a platform then. I didn't have this. That's why I keep saying to you guys, send people here. Let's get to 40,000. Let's do it. Let's blow this thing up, because I am not afraid to say anything. I'm not. If it's truth, I'm going to say it. And it doesn't matter. DJT told us in a rally twice, vote early and vote in person. Now, in Florida, in October, I can vote early and in person. I'm going to bring with me whoever I can get to come, because 100% of the people that you bring with you will vote. So that's what we got to do. Vote early and vote in person. We must pray. Now, don't pray stupid. Pray smart. Pray against the spirits that are governing this land, the principalities in your state. Pray against those that are the spirits that are moving this to the forefront. Pray against the spirits at Associated Press that sends out all the things to all these outlets, and that's where they get what they're supposed to do. That's why they're all in lockstep, and it looks like truth. It's not truth. They just send everything out. The Democratic convention starts Monday. Now, this is what I'm going to hear from people. Oh, I'm not watching that. Really? I am. I'm going to watch it and pray against everybody that's there. Pray for them to mess up. Pray for their mouth to be like have cotton in it. Pray that they say things wrong. Pray that people protesters destroy it. Pray. That's what you do. We can't be stupid. We can't be lay downs. Because I'll tell you something. There are witches all over this country that are praying against DJT. We have to get smart. I will, every minute that I can watch, I will. Every minute. And I'm going to dispatch angels, because that is who we are. That is what we can do. We have to stop being an armchair Christian. We've got to know that we are not dealing with this world. Jesus said, my kingdom is not of this world. We're dealing with a different kingdom that is manifesting itself on this earth. And it's the same thing with Satan and his kingdom manifesting on this earth. Got to get smarter, guys. We got to get smarter. Okay, I'm going to take a couple questions, and then I got to get off. Anyway, listen, I might Wednesday, I'm not saying for sure, but I might play the Democrat convention and do a blow by blow if someone good is going to be on at noon. And that would be, I think Chicago's an hour back, so that would be 11. So it would be 1 o'clock. It'd be 11 o'clock there. I'm not sure. Okay, sunny day. Can you find out the venue? Can you find out the venue that Walls is going to, please? Lonnie Wallace, good. That's a perspective I needed to hear. Good, I'm glad. You have to understand, we are warriors. We are spiritual digital soldiers. We have to be. We have to realize who we are. We're nobody in ourselves, but Christ in us? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That we need to know who we are. And let me tell you something. I know who I am. Devils tremble. Let me tell you, when I get like this, devils tremble. But if you don't think I don't go through it, I go through it. I go through it, man. Dennis and I go through it because we do not mince words. We speak Jesus Christ, him crucified. And I'll tell you something. If you want to jump on the remnant that we are on Sunday nights, Solomon's Porch on Rumble at 6 p.m., nothing on the internet is like it, because we speak Christ in the gospel of the kingdom. We speak truth. We don't take a half-hour offering. We speak truth, and that's what's got to happen. It's got to happen with Trump. It's got to happen with what we're doing here against Harris and all of this. We've got to figure out who we are, guys, because I'll tell you something. We will lose for the next 10 years if we don't. But if we activate the Christ in us and that spirit, we will win this and win it so big that it will be popular vote and the delegates, and way beyond anything they could ever do to ever mess that up. Just know who you are. Amen. 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 That was a little bit more off the cuff than my normal off the cuff. But let me just say this. Tonight, Fab 4, you don't want to miss it. It's The Devil Went Down to DC. That's going to be incredible. I'm going to show things I couldn't show here about Kamala. I will be speaking a lot about her. I'm going to expose it until my voice is raw. So help us. We're going to Ohio, November 2nd, 3 days before the election. That's a battleground state. No Republican, according to statistics. Are they true? I don't know. But no Republican has ever won the presidency without Ohio. We're going there, and we're trying to get someone to come. I'm working on it. I can't say yes yet, but I'm working on it. So please help us. Okay. If you want free tickets, go there. You really gotta get tickets now. Get them there. But our fundraiser, joincountry.com. Okay. Please go there. This stuff, this top is called High Class Waterfall Sleeve Top. It also comes in black, yay, and hunter green. And then this, Psalm 91. I'm probably going to wear this until until this whole thing is over. And this is, look at this. It's all stainless steel. It will not fade, rust, nothing. That says, look at this, guys. That says, oh, you can't see it. Oh, upside down. That says Psalm 91. And then when you pull this out, it says, in the secret place. So you got your secret place in Psalm 91. This is on, it's in the link below. There's only a handful, guys. There's only a handful. I'm telling you right now, don't be mad at me if you don't get one. Again, stainless steel won't rust, fade, nothing. It's beautiful. And today, and then the blessed stone, it's blessed, it's gold stone bracelet. These are all linked below. And or you can go to joincountry.com, go to Delores Closet, you can get it there as well. Jenna said to remind you, Saturday Steals discount available until tomorrow night at midnight. All of this stuff, even this, everything, 10% off. All the sales stuff, another 10% off, besides up to 65%, and all free U.S. shipping. Free. So go get your stuff, guys. Go look at this. I might get one in black, actually. I forgot that they came in black, and wear it with this. Oh, my goodness. I love it. I will see you tonight, guys. Double Decker Delora Day, rumble.com, Delora OBrien, The Gathering. Go subscribe over there, and let's see you tonight. Can't wait. Fab 4 coming up and coming at you. But until then, remember, be a warrior and go in the power of God. Love you guys. Bye, everybody. See you tonight.